Well, today is World No Discrimination Day. Physically challenged persons in our society often come across various forms of discrimination. Now, help us highlight some.
Hi, Sulaiman. How are you doing tonight? Okay. As today is the No Discrimination Day, it has come to show that in every area, in every aspect of existence in Africa and beyond, we still have the word discrimination. It's so sad when you come to think about it. As a person living with disability myself, I've been experiencing discrimination right from the days I was a little child. I mean, you see people, they kind of look at you and they give you a look. Yeah, that's what I call it, the look. It's like, oh, this girl, oh, this. That's it. From childhood. Now imagine advancing beyond that through university, through university, through work, to everything. Even with my job as a journalist and television presenter, we still get to be discriminated against. And it is so bad that our society in Africa encourages various degrees of discrimination. And I'll give you a vivid example. I recently gave birth, and as a single mom, do you know that I was recalled back from my leave because I did not have marriage certificates. And that is after surgery. Meanwhile, my colleagues that gave birth at the same time enjoyed their 2 months leave because they were married. Now, that is another aspect as a single mom. Now, as a person living with disability, the list is dangerous. Now, currently, Africans are being debarred from person in Ukraine. I mean, it's on various levels, and it is sad. Globally, internationally, it is sad. Discrimination is everywhere, and it is just really sad.
Now let's talk about the effects of discrimination on the victim. You just painted a picture now. How can the victim cope with it?
Well, I don't think there's a way that has been stipulated that we can cope. The victim will have to kind of rise above the society. That's the only way to cope. Nobody will hand you a manual, nobody will say this is how it's done, but at some point you make up your mind that you're going to live beyond this and you're going to live well beyond it. That's the only way, because I mean, by now I know the look when I walk into a setting and I get the looks from everyone. I already know, okay, it's because of my leg. And then I look at them, I look over their heads, they look small to me, so I discriminate against them. That's my own way of coping. I mean, there are no manuals, no hard facts. The effect on you could be psychological, it could break you down, it could shatter you, it could leave oppressed if you let it, only if you let it. But by the time you realize that this thing is not going away anytime soon, despite the series of advocacy, despite the agencies that are spoken, look at people with HIV. When would you hear that someone has HIV near you and you wouldn't cringe? When are we going to get to that in Africa? I do not see that happening anytime soon. So people like that will just have to rise above it, get used to it. I've seen persons with disabilities being called by their disability in Africa. Like a deaf person, they call them not Iyaodiji, like this person, mother of the deaf, Abino's sister, Abino's brother. The relative, they are not even albinos. You see this thing every day. The only way is to ignore it and move. Keep moving. Don't look back. That's the only way.
Many depend on families and even government to help end discrimination against physically challenged people. Can you highlight areas where the government can intervene to help change the narrative?
Like I can talk about the individuals that helped change the scenarios. Also, as a Mandela Washington Fellow, I run this Differently Able Foundation for persons living with disabilities who have made it to the peak of their careers with the intention of, I celebrate them with the intention of ensuring that parents who still have their disabled girls are able to put them out, educate them properly, because what we have with people in their disabled words everywhere you go. They are a disgrace to them, they will embarrass them, they will do this. So what we do at our own agency, at our foundation, is to ensure that we have, and we have different foundations like that, especially with my fellowship and Fellowship. We have leaders like that in different aspects, different areas. They're doing fantastically in advocating for against discrimination, advocating for persons living with disabilities, ensuring for a fact that the disability bill was passed when it did, but what's left to be seen is its full implementation, as the case is with every other law that's been passed in Nigeria recently. But the government, on its part, how about established inclusion? How about established funding campaigns against discrimination in every areas, in every aspect? How about a reduced rate of attention? How about the commission media houses like yours to ensure that the advocacy is everywhere? How about they introduce radio drama? How about they introduce television dramas that will advocate against discrimination?
I'm afraid we're out of time. Folajogun, Akinlami, many thanks for your time.